don't think anyone's going to... My brain just froze. No one's going to... what's the word that I'm looking for? Not get that correct. There we go. Well, that wasn't the whole phrase that I was looking for, not the wording. I forgot the wording correct, okay? It's not...
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely sometimes just get stuck in Dutch, even though it's been like 5 years since Dutch was the language that I spoke most in the year. Like, languages are weird, man. Brains are weird. And this
I can agree for that.
Clash has the potential to get weird.
There's observer ward placed here by some...
Yeah.
Oh, and they've scouted it out there, so... Alright, could be hit there by the tower. So they're well aware that observer ward now is on that cliff.
It's nice that you pronounce it Malrine. Like, I've always said Malrine, like as in Jolene, but now I'm not sure anymore. Malrine.
Well, it could be Malrine. I mean, I'm not good with pronunciation of names, even though, you know, English is my fluent language.
Well,
I can only speak English, so...
Listen, especially with all these names, like how many Brits are exactly in this game? Like, I think it's just Ari, right?
Yeah, it's just one. It's just Ari.
Can't fault you for not knowing any of the others.
Begins.
You can tell me how to pronounce Ari's full name, though.
Oh, that could be a challenge. But meanwhile, it's just going to be 2-2 bounty runes to either side of the teams. Oh, meanwhile, though, Zibi rotating in here with the Dragon Tail. This actually might be a kill on their safe lane, on the Bristleback, as the body block is there. It looks like it's going to be indeed, and they get themselves first blood on ITB, only 20 seconds into the game.
Great start. Little EXP boost, but especially a little extra gold for that DK towards the Ring of Protection, I think. And then into the Soul Ring. And once you get to the Soul Ring on this DK, you start getting the option to actually push out this wave with the Breathe Fire. You get to maybe pull if you're the Hoodwink, that sort of thing. And yeah, they've done a little swapperoonie here as well, because this Crystal Maiden was hoping she was versed in Enchantress, but nope, that didn't. She's top.
And meanwhile, Supreme, I was looking on the mid lane. Took around about 9 stacks of sticky napalm at level 1. That's something terrifying there. But I think the advantageous abilities here of Void is the fact that he has himself 2 spells before he's even level 6, which can secure creeps. He's got himself the Aether Remnant, and he's got himself the Resonant Pulse. And also the Escape with the Dissimulate as well, which he hasn't put a point into yet, as he's only level 2. He's still able to utilize that. And
usually you see the Aether Remnant getting saved in order to turn any opponents that are going for him around. Very hard to get a solo kill on a Void Spirit if he does not misuse that Aether Remnant. That's another thing that I want to bring up. Besides the fact that there's not a Dazzle in this game for this Bristle to lean on, he's also versed with Void Spirit, who is sometimes picked as a counter. Just because he can in fact turn the Bristle back around and force him to face into a single direction, which is really useful for the rest of the team to lay the rest of the DPS into.
Dragon Tail being activated there. Oh, but this might be Zibi's death as the...
What a great game for
Quill Sprays are there, not going to be in range, and Zibi is going to maybe perhaps get out. Yes, Crystal Nova is on cooldown. Meanwhile, though, both the mid lanes appear to have traded, but it would be Supreme that falls first to the hands of the Batrider.
Has to be, because there's no way for a Void Spirit to kill anyone after death unless he already has level 6. I know I'm supposed to click on the death report, but it's more fun to reconstruct it in your head.
That's something that I do as well. I don't like to do that.
Very useful though. Like I can tell you here, and I can tell the stream this as well. Like up until a very, I even want to say that maybe the high level do it more. Like analysts especially are constantly looking stuff up. They're doing it all the time, shamelessly. Do it. Product gets better.
As we've got ourselves 2 points into Quill Spray now, starting to lay into the pressure a little bit. Did he hit? This lane's actually quite pushed. Meanwhile, alright, going in with the sticky napalm stacks once again. Actually going to utilize the Firefly here, as does have himself dissimulate. Supreme does. Will simulate there indeed towards the tier 2 tower, though. Trying to use an Aether Remnant there to grab the Bat Rider. Got to be really careful though. Oh, the Aether Remnant does connect there, but the tower will not hit the Bat Rider.
Has been killed.
Look at these stacks. 9 stacks and 156 movement speed. I mean, Malrein's not giving up. Gets 10 stacks there. 135 movement speed.
And I'm sure you know
but what he's doing there is he's not actually gunning for Supreme at all. He just zoned him out of a full wave movement speed.
Meanwhile, though, top lane, they are indeed going to get a kill onto the Viper off lane. Vazia gonna fall there, but it'll be Enchantress first that falls. One more physical attack will be needed, and Hellscream is gonna get himself 2 kills. The position for Tiny. Shikuchi there was on cooldown.
It's so nice if you're +4 Tiny. He's getting his levels here. He gets a couple of last hits now as well. That's gonna be, yeah, bringing in the boots, and he will immediately rush for the Blink Dagger now. And really boots is all a Tiny needs. Boots, come at people from odd angles, toss them back.
And meanwhile on this mid lane, Orion is really bullying Supreme right now. I mean, so far ahead in XP at the moment. About to reach level 6 as Void Spirit just reached level 5. So going to be able to grab himself the lasso now. And to make matters worse, during this lane, of course, you had yourselves the Crystal Maiden mana regeneration passive ability as well, so just able to lay down sticky napalm stacks time and time again. Not even having to rely on regenning that mana there with the bot.
And I'm sure you know
Sim is such a powerful engine for a team, especially with heroes with low mana pools like Tiny or this Bristleback, because you get flat mana increase, not a percentage. Flat mana regen, better for heroes whose spells are less costly, so he makes the Bristle go.
I know, even the Bristle as well. Really utilising that crystal mana regen. It was a CM last pick at the end of the day as well.
I love when a team last picks the +5 support.
Meanwhile though, on the top lane, Taker is not doing so well on the Weaver safe lane, around about 20 last hits. Similar to that of the Bristleback, but meanwhile Batrider rotating bottom here with the lasso and the haste rune. They will find the kill there onto the Dragon Knight. They want to go for more though with this haste rune and the Firefly laying down the sticky napalm stacks. Is going to find a double kill here on that bottom lane, and Batrider more than happy with that. Malrein will absolutely haste himself towards the middle tower and get himself some more farm.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Laying down the law there. That's nearly to his boots of travels, and I'm betting Supreme already has flashbacks from that previous game in which Stormer peeled his team apart with the Bat Rider. Like, I did well in the lane. That was my job. Are we going to get the same situation after the lanes again?
Meanwhile though, Hellscream in some trouble here. Will commit the avalanche, but the Swarm lowering that armor will be ever so annoying and will decrease his armor there. I think that was to around about -8. So he just absolutely melts, especially from the Alpha Wolf that Kadaro summoned. Or stole, as we should say. Summoned.
Abducted from the wilds.
Abducted, yes.
Poaching, guys. Poaching is bad.
That's meanwhile level 6 on Vazia right now. On the Viper. But Enchantress and the Hoodwink ever so fast there with the movement speed, so Viper with very slow movement speed, not able to catch her.
Viper and Medusa are both like terrible at going anywhere, and a lot of what you see on like experienced players of these heroes is that they know where they need to be on the map, because if they don't, they're going to be wasting so much time because they're just crawling everywhere like a snail.
Well, meanwhile, Alright, it's going to rotate bottom here. They want to try and get a kill onto Zibby on the DK. Look at that movement speed with that windlace and those boots of travel. We'll have the lasso now. We'll bring the lasso back. Meanwhile, though, Supreme trying to rotate bottom here with the double damage will not be able to stop the grasp of the Batrider. But might still stay here. He does still have himself the double damage and an astral step. Sure. Line Batrider going to retreat back. Meanwhile, in the top lane, though, they do find a kill onto the Hoodwink. So Ari going to fall here by the hands of the two supports onto Nemiga.
Bold move by ITB. They don't know exactly who's behind there, and Crystal Maiden shows up, which is unfortunate. But they're trying because they know that the Batrider is bot, right? So you
middle tower
most likely have more people top. That was not the case.
How's the net worth looking right now? Batrider sitting comfortably on around about 4,300. Meanwhile, though, Kadaro might be in some trouble, getting tossed back to the Viper. But meanwhile, Supreme rotates in, finds a kill there onto the CM. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade on the supports, but Batrider rotating in now as well. Supreme only has himself enough mana for a Dissimulate. Never mind, has himself the magic wand charges, but all of his spells are on cooldown. Will be just cleaned up by the Batrider. Dominating spree now for Malrine as he proceeds to go for more with this Firefly. Never mind, comes off the duration, won't be able to further pursue Ari anymore, but some absolute domination being shown here from Malrine.
He's playing this bad game pretty much perfectly. Was not jungling just for those boots of travel, instead making rotations with the lasso, fought his way to the BOTs, and is now showing up everywhere as backup with his speed that ITB just...
Oh, meanwhile though. Alright, being slowed down here. Supreme rotating in. They may perhaps want to try and find themselves a kill, but the Aether Remnant is not going to connect. But still, Malrine going to find a kill nonetheless here. Maybe perhaps with the Firefly will be able to indeed. As just holds his ground, finds himself a kill, and pushes back the Void Spirit, who just rotated in there with a TP. And meanwhile, on the top lane, though, they will finally find something on ITB, though. They'll take down the position-free Viper. It'll be a kill for the Weaver. So taken out, starting to accelerate in his farm, surpassing the Viper now.
And he is pretty close to his Mithril Hammer, so hopefully that Maelstrom will come in decently soon and attack again and start catching up to the Bristleback. Who's got his Vanguard finished, though, and he's got the Clarities going, he's got the Soul Ring. Very hard to think about a way that this Weaver will outpace Kiritich at this point. Like, the Aghanims is going to come in and they're going to have to weather the storm for a while in ITB, no matter if they manage to
meanwhile, do they have a cancel? Yes, they do! Malrine has been caught here. The Sharpshooter comes out as well. Tried to deny himself to the Roshan, but actually pulled back there by Kadaro on the Wild Ring Ripper.
Can't believe I nearly missed that because I was monologuing. That's a huge kill for ITB.
Middle tower is under attack.
Going the way of Supreme as well.
Oh my gosh.
Nice bonus point.
Meanwhile, though, Kiritich is just farming this massive stack of ancient creeps. Got to be careful, though. Meanwhile, we'll be going for Ari. And one hit to Ari. Just rotates out of the triangle, saying, "Thanks for the kill, mate." Just whacked him one from the side with his little club. Gets a kill, easy peasy. That must have been humiliating for Ari. Lord. Oh, meanwhile, though, an avalanche and a toss. Will this be enough? Where's the time lapse? Just about. Less than 100 HP. Otaka will be able to get away, but now the rotation coming in from CM there with the Frostbite, and the ultimate won't be enough. As Otaka, maybe the avalanche will come off cooldown, able to get it, and Otaka will crumble from the hands of Nemiga.
Man, Tumblr story, that was some value right there. This is where
Radiant's middle tower
you love to hate those items. Like, I don't actually think the Weaver should have died there. Like, I don't think that's fair. It's just all down to the drop of the Tumblr story. But at the same time, what can you do? That's an exciting opportunity for Nemiga.
Meanwhile, ITB, they're going to try and kill the Batrider again as the Blink and the Dragon oh, Tiny able to block the Sharpshooter. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. Batrider actually going to be able to survive there. Hell Screamer doing absolute work for his team and finding a kill there onto Zibby as well. But they may be able to find a kill onto the Viper off lane as the Bushwhack is there along with the Simulate as well. The Aether Remnant will lock in place Tiny. Hellscream will fall from the hands of Oteka as now they proceed to go for more. Vazia in some trouble. Never mind. We'll be able to move back just in the nick of time here. But Kadaro is going to be absolutely decimated from the Batrider damage. 5 sticky napalm stacks. But that was a valiant attempt there from ITB, but Hellscream are blocking the sharpshooter.
Absolutely beautiful. That was some serious get down, Mr. President action. We get the mid tower on ITB though, which is really all they came for, and that puts them a tower ahead with the bottom tower also having fallen. No offensive vision placed yet though, but there is potentially a lot of extra space for ITB now to farm up.
Indeed they will, and proceed to make themselves some juicy stacks here. As the net worth looking a little bit scarish though on
tower is under attack.
ITB, getting below all 3 cores. Okay, never mind. Oteka just about overtaken. But they're still in it. They're doing all right. They're making valiant attempts against the Batrider. It's just they've been able to play quite well around it.
Plays have definitely slowed down. Excuse me. Slown. Huh. Inventing new words left, right, and center here. And it's also forced Malrine to recognize here that he is actually very vulnerable, especially now that the Blink Dagger on the Nemiga has come out. So he had a Blink queued up of his own earlier. Switched that out into the BKB. I can't say I fault him here. As much as I like the pure initiating Batrider, even from the mid lane, yeah, this game works. Void Spirit as well.
For sure, for sure. He's taken a lot of magical damage. Once he's able to get himself that BKB, it will heavily increase his survivability. As now the smoke play proceeds to be popped away. As Nemiga Gaming try and find themselves a kill. They've caught themselves Kadaro, who is deaf by rights. Will be taken out, easy peasy. Meanwhile, the rest of ITB, that's a new team, will be getting themselves back.
We're taking it really easy for now on both sides. Like, we all know that the storm is coming though, because it's this Bristleback, and he is just about 75 gold off of his full Aghanim Scepter. And I don't doubt that Kiritut is going to move forward with that. As much magical damage as there is on the enemy team, I don't actually think they have enough to straight up burst him.
Yeah, I'm a bit terrified here for ITB. Malrine, even though they've been able to get initiations off him quite a bit, he's going to be having BKB soon, and this Bristleback is going to be a little bit out of control, of course, with that Aghanim's pickup.
And it's going to, the worst part about it is that it's going to require everybody for ITB to stack on top of him, because they don't have range
dump. Lasso onto Zibby there, along with the Avalanche and Toss. That will be Dragonite instantaneously dead there.
Nice, fine.
Dire's top tower is
under attack.
Meanwhile, oh, so bad here, scouting out the rest of ITB with this invisibility rune. They don't see the Crystal Maiden. The Frostbite is there. Where's the stun with the Avalanche? It'll be there just in the nick of time. Where's the Toss as well? Toss on cooldown there, and Supreme will be able to get himself out. So we'll be able to survive. A valiant attempt there, though, from Nemiga.
They do enough. They get Supreme to half health. He used up his steps, can't go in anymore, and that was any chance of them killing off the Bristleback on. Like, this is ill-advised.
No! Zibby actually just TPing in there. It might be TP to his death as the Frostbite's there. Oh, Nemiga actually got to proceed and follow up with this. Never mind. Zibby will thank his lucky stars, and he'll actually survive there. Nemiga not actually opting to initiate further upon ITB. We'll be happy with the mid tower.
I guess the freezing field is on CD, right? Your lasso is on CD. It is a bit of a coin flip if you take the fight there as Nemiga, so they wisely back off. They got what they came from, which is the tower. But if they call ITB's bluff, I think Shiba is dead there. That's not quite what you want to be doing as a DK who's just got his fireball ability, so he's just starting to ramp up his farm right now, which is one of the few reasons that we see DK make his return, right? He can actually scale now, extra DPS, extra wave clear.
And opting to go the BKB here as well. Actually having to rush the Blink Dagger here, so not able to finish anything like power treads, just focusing heavily here on the initiation with the Dragon Tail.
It is the Weaver who's going to have to deal all of the damage. Lasso?
So, on to Ari. Just be able to maybe survive. BKB has come out there. And Malrine able to get the kill. There's now rotation from Viper here also. We'll also have BKB. So Zibby maybe in some trouble. The Aether Remnant's there. The TP, but it won't be enough because Hellscream rotating in there with the Avalanche. But they won't have cancel for Kadaro as Toss has already been used and was on cooldown there. So able to get themselves 2 kills. Meanwhile, Kiritich is just farming up, as you usually do, on a Bristleback at the top of the net worth, about to reach 10k.
I love how late Malrine popped his BKB there, because he is playing like he doesn't know that the entire enemy team is waiting for him, right? He has a ward there, but he's not going to give that away. So he waits until he's just about to walk up the ramp and everybody is standing there, you know, the table has been set, they're all holding their utensils, they're ready to eat him alive, and then he pops it. And it's like, yeah, that's just a smart move, right?
Yeah. Hellscream did attempt there to try and find a little bit of something there on the support of ITB. They won't be able to get it, but they'll get themselves an Aegis. Nemiga.
I think the brakes are off this train now. It's gonna go runaway mode very soon, halfway to the BKB on Kiritich. After the BKB is here, this man has absolutely nothing to fear. I do not see how they kill him.
Meanwhile, some action happening bottom. They actually have been able to get themselves the Dragon Tail. Do they have themselves enough physical damage though for Malrine? Yes, they do. They do finally take down the Batrider. They're able to get the Dragon Tail before Malrine can even activate that BKB. And that is a very big kill there. So now, Taker, gosh, any pronunciation for any name, is proceeding to push now on this bottom lane here. They're getting themselves some control as well. Of course, you can see them being able to place themselves 2 observer wards here, and they have complete autonomy right now of Nemiga's side of the jungle. Meanwhile, Nemiga are going to do the same to ITB here, resting on the top and trying to push this tier 2 tower as well. I wonder where Malrine is going to TP to. Will he help pressure the top lane, or is he going to TP mid?
Radiant's bottom tower
He could have even walked there if he really wanted to keep this open, but that was a fresh creep move there, man.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Only 30 seconds anymore.
Taker is going to be going a Lincoln Spherical, a Lincoln Sphere. Opting to go that. That'll be very nice, particularly against the Batrider Lasso. But I gotta say, Hellscream has been doing a lot of work with this Avalanche and Toss, just disrupting Weaver from using time-lapse. So of course, you've got yourself the Avalanche and then the Toss. You just can't channel or use any abilities whatsoever. Things around about a 5-second disable there. It's actually annoying.
It is, yeah. Like, I thought that Tiny had gotten nerfed when they changed the Avalanche up a little bit, but as it turns out, the longer stun duration has very much been a buff. And longer stun duration turns out to trump damage. Who knew? I should have known, but I didn't.
Top tower is under attack.
What's the plan now? Oh, Nemiga. I feel like they've been slowly dying down a little bit here. I mean, ITB have been able to recover some of themselves here. I mean, they took themselves a tier 2 tower on the bottom lane, and they're actually going to go for a smoke ITB.
Yeah. Well, their days are kind of... What's the saying again? Numbered. That's the word I'm looking for. You see, but English is a hard language, man. Like, even experts such as me.
I mean,
no,
Kiritich
is gonna finish up his BKB very soon, and that is why Nemiga is playing it cool right now. They're just going to give Kiritich that time, and after that they're going to put the pedal to the metal again. And ITB got a nice recovery there. They got that bot jungle. They got good wards here as well. Just smoke them towards the bot lane. Like, oh, they're very lucky that Kadaro is moving away.
Taker's got to be careful here as well. as they are smoked up. Oh dear, they found the Weaver. Shikuchi was used on cooldown for 3 more seconds. BKB, it will be committed and will get back. Meanwhile, though, Kadaro will fall to the hands here of Melrine on the bottom lane.
I bet he regrets peeling off to the side, though. He could have had that Weaver. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Heritage is at the mid tower, he knows what's important.
Just hammering into that, though. Supreme trying to take out the crit wave there. BKB will be achieved now on the Bristleback, so even stronger and just hammering into this on his own. I mean, what else can they do? They've got Hellscream in the trees, ready for a counter-initiation play if ITV do go in for the jumpers. They will be able to take that tower. Just trying to utilize this Aegis here as they finally get it there with the backdoor protection.
Yeah, I can see that Supreme has itemized into the shard, so shard SNK, so most survivability and damage that you can get on a budget. No Aghanim's rushes here. You can make plays all you want in this game, but ultimately it's going to be down to can you stop off the Bristleback once he starts running at you. And I do think that this is the right build for that. Going into the BKB next, and he'll most likely have that before the high ground confrontation comes up. Yeah, Hoodwink moving into damage as well. Definitely what I mean, I expect that from Hoodwinks these days, although, you know, if you're with an Ench, sometimes the Ench does it instead. They're very similar players, or heroes in that regard, right? In ways that they like to play greedy. Yeah.
I mean, I could say usually you do expect yourself to have a utility Hoodwink, but I feel like they do need the damage on ITB. Like, something tells me, of course, they can only rely on the Weaver and Supreme. Well, meanwhile, Malrine coming in with the sticky napalm stacks. That is going to be Kadaro instantly taken out there within 2 physical attacks. That's what we expect there with the Bristleback. Of course, with the Warpath damage, he's got him round himself about around about 500 damage plus. Seems balanced. Yep. I mean, he gets himself at 15 minutes and it's plus 400 damage already. You know,
it's
big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Like, you know, and then he gets to level 25, and then you add, well, you're not gonna quite double the damage, but yes, basically. So
and he got double damage as well, as we're speaking about that.
Should be.
So now he's around about 660 damage there. Interesting pickup here from Vazyat, wearing a Heaven's Halberd. We'll be able to disarm Weaver there for around about 5 seconds.
Which is going to be like a major component, especially like the major sustainable component of their damage, because ultimately that's like what makes the difference between magic damage and physical damage. Is magic damage is instance and you don't really get to speed that up much at all, and physical damage very much scales because you get to speed up the instances in which you deal it. And Weaver, nice attack speed. That's going to be a lot less. In fact, 100% less when you get halberded.
Ooh, Supreme finishing off a BKB here. Do you think this will be... Do you think this is a good item to pick up here of buyback right now? Because I feel like Nemiga are going to go high ground. They are.
Yeah.
Vitic does not have a care in the world. BKB's ready. He is very strong right now, just hammering through this tier 3 tower. I mean, ITB are going to have to respond, and they will do indeed. But they've got to be careful because Ari is going to have the smoke broken upon him as they blink in with the avalanche and toss from Hellscream and just wipe out the squirrel from the face of the earth. There you go, squirrel hunting. And they find themselves pesky Hoodwink.
So pesky. And that's your break gone right there. They need that Hoodwink, and I'm kind of surprised that she was scouting there at all. I think they thought that Nemiga was lingering on that bottom lane. And she needed to discharge more to the actual
they may. Oh dear me, so bad. He's going to be caught out here by Zibby on the DK, and they'll instantly melt the CM to ice. Because maybe perhaps they want to look for more. I don't think that would be a good idea with the Hoodwink being down, but we'll be coming back in a few more seconds. Outpost captured. Maybe perhaps Snapfire can TP on this. Never mind. We'll go to the mid lane instead. Still opting to go for that Maelstrom. Javelin in the inventory.
Still looking for that extra damage. I saw a Basher Hoodwink recently, and that's like, I can accept it because of the Acorn shot, you know, actually getting a chance to bash, but I'd much rather have this. Thank you.
I mean, I think the only time that I think I've accepted a basher on for a range hero is Sniper. Long range bashes. I mean, it's still 10%, but it's still very annoying if you get stunned by Sniper with a Skull Basher.
I mean, I'm leaving out the most important part here, which is that it was up first in Enigma, and they had a lack of ways to cancel the Black Hole.
There we go then. Meanwhile though, Assault Cuirass finished now from Kiritich, and a Roshan has spawned up for the second time with an Aghanim Shard within. So maybe perhaps we might see ourselves a Roshan contest. It'll be Nemiga the ones to head themselves into the Roshan pit first and try and obtain the Aegis, but is ITB going to respond? I mean, Supreme sitting on the stairs here will be coming in with an Aether Remnant. That will scout out the Roshan there. Is he going to be able to steal the Aegis? No, he won't. They'll go into the hands there of the Bristleback. The BKBs will be committed there. Vazia taking a lot of damage, but it'll be Kadaro who melts. But in return, they will find that Viper off lane. As Ari just absolutely melted there by the Bristleback. There's the ultimate coming out there from Crystal Maiden along with the Frostbite as well. The silence comes out! Oh dear me, from the Mindbreaker, and the lasso there as well will clean up 2 of the cores on ITB. Possibly free as well as they just play around with their food. Zibby trying to land. Possibly a Dragon's Tail will go for the TP here. Will it be enough? No, it won't. Team White, ITB will just fall. That Mindbreaker. Oh my.
The neutral items are really falling in Nemiga's favor today, aren't they?
They are.
Wow.
I was wondering where that silence came from. I was like, no. Supreme's fine. He's going to be able to escape from the freezing field, obviously, in the Frostbite. And nope. Just able to get the Mindbreaker off cooldown. And hit it before he can bounce away with an Astral Step.
And now Kiritich, he's got an AC. Look at this damage. Look at what he's doing to this. Actually, no, children, look away.
This is not PG.
Please.
What he's doing to this tower right now.
Absolutely mental damage.
Cores are starting to respawn now on ITB, so they'll get themselves the Aegis on Omega, but won't be able to get themselves an objective. So at least they still keep those intact for now. Because the beast has gone to prowl within the jungle, and he's just taken himself a tap.
He's a generous god, though. Like, he had a shard in his inventory, and I thought, alright, is he just forgetting to put that in his own? But no, that one's actually for Bastia. So we get some extra capability.
Okay, they use the Dragon Tail, the Aether Remnant there on the Kraken Beast. Can they take him out? Never mind. Raid boss still going there with the vicious nasal goop.
Like there should be a metal song playing right now.
A Dark Souls song as he gets into the tower.
Yeah, I was thinking more Mastodon actually. Like a drummer just going absolutely nuts and a bunch of guys screaming.
There's a lovely Dragon Tail there. As now they attempt to nuke down the Batrider. They will do successfully. And Kiritich will try and obtain himself the kill there on the Dragon Eye, but will TP away. They only find Enchantress, but in return, is that worth it? Because they take themselves down the Batrider. Are they still going to tempt to siege high ground?
I think so. That's Biomac and BOT's off CD. He can be here any second.
There's now another Dragon Tail attempt there, but in return, Hell Scream counter-initiating that there with the Avalanche and Toss, but Dragon Eye just going to get melted once again with thanks to the Nevertoxin being provided there from Vazia. It's the buyback now from Batrider. Oh, but the creep will be killed. Won't be able to TP back to the lane, but nonetheless will find the set of racks. And there's not really much ITB can do other than just watch and ponder as this raid boss goes to work on their objectives. There goes another tower. What can you do other than just watch?
You can hope he doesn't hit level 25. He will though. Like, that's the worst part. This is not Bristleback at his strongest.
Oh dear.
It's not.
Abyssal Blade found. I mean, Kitty Teach right now could just Abyssal Blade the Void Spirit. I mean, Supreme will choose the right thing to do and just bounce back on his most outer ring from the Dissimilate. Does not want to go anywhere near this raid boss. We do have ourselves the Sharpshooter though. It will be channeled and they will finally find the kill there onto Kitty Teach. But he does have himself the Aegis. Hellscream rotating in there with the Avalanche and Toss. BKB will come out and Hellscream, that's him dead. BKB committed on both the cores here on the side of Nemiga, but Otake activating his BKB, laying down the damage there. With his physical attacks, will be able to get the Aether Remnant there, and that is going to be the Viper dead. Malrine does actually try and blink in and get himself Supreme, but a Dragon Tail coming out there from DK will activate his BKB, but the Silence and the Abyssal Blade and the Lasso! It will find Otaka! As Kadaro pushed back there from the Flame Break also will have to buy back. Is Kitty Teach gonna go in for more Sharpshooter on cooldown for 5 more seconds? They could possibly find a kill here on the Bristleback. They have themselves 1 Rax remaining as Void jumping in there with the Astral Step. They will find the kill, but Dragon Knight is in some trouble here, taking way too much damage from this absolute raid boss as the break is there. But do they have any damage? No, 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 because Weaver's down for 60.
What an absolute disaster. The Weaver dying there can really just, it cannot happen. And he was in a right-click battle with the Viper. That was with Vasha. They're already working around this Bristleback and they can't even take out his bodyguards. And this is
under attack.
You've seen that picture of what's his name again? Jason Momoa, Aquaman, with his bodyguards, where he makes the bodyguards look small. That's what's happening here.
And an Aether Remnant attempt there, so they have themselves enough damage to take down the Void Spirit. Yes, they do. That's Void down for 80 seconds with no buyback. This may be GG now for ITB as an Avalanche coming out there onto 2. Zibby in some trouble, will be decimated by the hands of this Bristleback. Going forward now onto Kadaro. All it takes is 2 hits. It's a double kill, making a triple kill for the Bristleback. As all Larry can do is buy back and just watch as Nemiga Gaming proceed to just take all of the objectives. Only their tier 4 towers stand.
And they are going to be taken down in short order. Kiritich is now hitting at almost 1,000 of pop.
Jesus! That tower fell within, I think it was like 1/10 HP, and Bristleback just melted it. Can he get a bash?
Hit it.
A skull bash on the Weaver with a Silence and an Abyssal Blade. Nowhere to run will quash the bug as he proceeds now to hammer into the Ancient. What can you do? I mean, Hellscream attempts to block the Sharpshooter there, will actually survive. Bristleback just cleans up the Squirrel, and Nemiga Gaming will find themselves this game 1 out of this best of 3 so far.
And it's hard to say what ITB could have even done against this. Like,